Hi guys, welcome to the second episode of Athlete Chronicles. I'm your host, Dario DePico, with
Lucas Quintana.
And today we are interviewing an athlete here at Iona. He runs track. His name is Jiles.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for having me.
So, Jiles.
Yeah. So his records in high school, he's broke 6 so far. It was 100-meter dash at 10:60, 200-meter dash at 21:94, 4x1 relay team at 42.43 seconds, 55-meter dash at 6.45 seconds, 4x200-meter relay at 1 minute and 28 seconds, and outdoor 4x2 relay at 1 minute and 30 seconds. In college, for indoor track, he has the record for the fastest indoor at indoor 60 time as a freshman. Unfortunately, last season, his season was cut short due to a hamstring injury. But for the outdoor track season, he qualified for the final at the 100-meter dash at the MAC championship. Thank you, Jiles, and thank you so much for having me today.
Thank you for having me.
So, Jiles, after hearing your amazing records and accolades, which I could never compete with, when was like the first moment you were like, dang, like, I'm fit for this, like, I could do it, you know what I mean?
Really funny story. So when I was in 7th grade, I never really took track seriously. I was winning races, but I didn't really care about it. I was just doing it for the extracurricular to like get into shape for basketball in the winter time. But one of my teammates, after one of the meets, he was like, "You're actually really good at this, and if like you put your mind and like focus and put the work in, you can really go far in this." And I really took that to the heart. And usually when I do things, I do it to the best of my ability. And I was like, if I really do this, I think I can go far. And as you can see, I've been successful so far.
I appreciate that, Jiles. Thank you.
That's cool. So, like, as a second question to that is, when did you start running track?
I started running track in the 7th grade. When I was in 7th grade, I didn't really care about track that much. I used to play basketball. That was really my passion, and my goal was to play basketball in college. But as I continued to play basketball, I noticed I wasn't the best at the sport. I was just doing it for fun. The joy of basketball really exited my body, and I found out that track was really for me.
When you were like with your friends and things like that, like you were saying that they had like a big impact on you, like they were people that like really got you into it and things like that, and now you've been in it for a while, right? So what are some things that maybe you've learned, or like some lessons that you've been able to take out of all this?
I think the number one lesson I've learned is to be patient. Rome wasn't built in a day.
Word.
So the more time when you put your mind to certain things, it's going to take time. Everything's not going to happen instantly. It's been a long journey. I've been through a lot. I've had many experiences. A lot have been good, a lot have been bad, but you got to take every moment as a learning moment and just grow and learn from that point on.
For sure. As an athlete myself, before events, like, I get anxious. Like, what's the way that you kind of like help yourself, to get away from like this anxiousness before, like, the sport, before you're around that?
I actually listen to jazz music. Jazz music is one of those things that calm me down. It brings me to like a calm place in my head. Cause track, when you're like anxious and nervous, you tend to like not perform well. You overthink your start and your whole like regimen even before you run the race. So listening to jazz brings me to a place like going to the beach or like laying in my bed, and I think about that time before I run, and it helps me. So that's what I do.
That's a really good way. I really like that. And last time we actually asked one of your teammates, Jaden, what his favorite artist was. So we have the same question for you, Giles. Who's your favorite artist of all time?
My favorite artist of all time is Mr. Gunna Wanna.
Wow.
That's Pete. But like
in September, it was my first concert, and it was a really great experience.
That's P.
Yeah.
That's really good for you. You listen to Gunna when you warm up?
Yeah, I listen to it 24/7.
What's your go-to song?
Right now, I have to say, Bottom.
Oh,
Yeah.
that song is so good.
Good song.
Wow, did you listen to Drake's new album?
Of course I did.
Do you have like when you're with your team and things like that, like do you guys all would listen to like a prep song? Like back in high school, the football team listen to like, what I mean? Like that.
A lot of us surprisingly have similar music tastes, so we listen to Drake, Future, Gunna, Lil Baby. Everyone's down to listen.
So like the locker room is bumping 24/7.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That's sick. Do you like your coach?
Of course, she's a really great coach. High school, the coach he was good, but since I've been in college, she's really taught me a lot about track. For the most part, I've learned a lot on my own, but she's really knowledgeable on a lot of the information, and it's like helped me to become a better athlete.
That's great. Really appreciate that.
So, sadly, we have to wrap this up, but we loved you as a guest. We appreciate all the questions.
Thank you,
for
Jiles.
being comfortable with us.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate it, guys. That was the Athlete Chronicles episode 2. Feel free to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. You guys already know where we're going to be at. Thank you guys very much for tapping in, and we hope you have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Slatty.